Good evening, Leo, my friend. My day was okay. Just been at work and just allergy and stuff, but good. What about yourself, man? How's life? Mm. This chocolate milk is so good, man. Mm. Mm. My son is gonna be a bit mad, probably, but that's life. What can you do? Sometimes someone drinks your chocolate milk and you have to live with it. That's how it is. Give me 1 second. Oh shit! Why is my keyboard not working? I unplugged it. Okay, that's why. All right, cool. I'm gonna read your message in 2 seconds. Let me just do one thing. Give me a moment here. I wrote a piece of code today that I just want to copy paste. Give me a second here. Give me one moment here. I'm with you in a second. I just need to focus on one thing very quickly. Ah, shit. Okay. That's not what I wanted at all, but whatever. I just wrote some code at work today at Dream Data, and I kind of shared some code back and forth, the one that I can. So this is something I implemented at work, and I need it here as well. And I'm actually writing TypeScript at work, so we'll need to... I mean, everything is pretty much identical. It's just at work I'm writing TypeScript, so I'll need to remove the types from here. Give me 2 seconds. Is that all that I need? Constants utils. One sec, guys. Oops, what's happening? That's not what I wanted. All right, cool. I think we got it all. One moment, where is the chat? Over here. How was my day? Good, Jace, good. My day was really good. I mean, it's nothing major, just standard stuff, just work. And yeah, I have a great team at work. Very lovely people, the new people that joined. So I enjoy it a lot, basically. I enjoy my work very much, very much. And I'm gonna read your message, Leo. Now I'm actually genuinely interested in your job interview that you had. Let me just remove those types that I have from work, because I initially wrote this for Programmer Network and then I decided to use it for work as well. So it's kind of it's going back and forth with this. What is it complaining about though? I love my job. I think I love my company. I love my job. I think it's actually pretty awesome, to be honest with you. What the fuck is going on? Okay, this isn't in TypeScript, or is it? No, this one I actually, but this one is in TypeScript actually. So just gonna get rid of the types here. And then I'll also get rid of that. But what the hell is happening? I mean, I have shares in this company as well, and I'm a tech lead, and you know they're increasing my salary and every few months, and etc. etc. It's a great company with good people, so honestly, I have no reason not to be there, right? So for sure, I think I'm gonna be probably there for a couple of more years. Yes. There's something off, maybe with VS Code, is it? Let's see, something. Something lately is something strange is happening lately with VS Code since the last update or something. What the fuck is going on? Do I have some? Oh shit, I have some. Never mind, so that's good. Do I have something messed up somewhere? Okay, let me just kill some of those processes here. You can go to dreamdata.io and check it out. Abdil, good evening, buddy. How's life? Okay, let me just I don't know. There's what the fuck is going on, man? Oh, reload required. So we need to reload. So something's actually indeed happening. Like something isn't right. Let's see now. Yeah, something's. Yeah, something is messed up. Is it? Yeah. Let's see what is going on. Ubuntu local. Let's go, Ama. Exactly. Go, Ama. Good evening, my best man. I love you, man. I miss you a lot. I can't wait to get there to spend some time with you, man. Dude, like, why is my VS Code messed up? That's not nice at all. Let me just quit all of the VS Code instances, right? Let's try. Is there some update that's pending? Is there something? Let's take a look. Help. Restart to update. So there's a pending update. Yeah, that's why. So why didn't it auto update though? That's strange. So it's probably the update that was messing things up. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure that it was that. Well, I'm not pretty sure, but that's the best assumption I can make. Let's see. No. No. So everything's actually compiling, ironically. Why do I have this here? Okay. Let's go to localhost 3000. Yeah, okay, so that's clearly a problem, and that's okay. Do we actually really need this here? Okay, so now it's actually working. But is it? Jesus Christ. So some of it is working, some not. Okay, we'll see. Let's see as we go. It is something related to the update, I'm sure, that's messed up. But it's okay. So let's kind of... So today we're going to continue a bit with validation and maybe publish some library. We need to... Use form does not provide export use for... Okay, I see. I see. Let's see. Export default use form. Ah, I see. I see. It's because we didn't actually export it properly, did we? I see. Okay. So let's just say... Freaking allergy, man. It's so annoying. All right, cool. Okay, so now things are a bit messed up, a bit... yeah, that's fine. Prop on change is not a function, okay? And that's because probably here I've now changed some of the interface for this thing because let's see. Yeah, I think shit. Was this a great idea though is the question. Give me a moment here. Super strange. Something is super messed up here. Okay. Thanks a lot, Naz, for the follow. Thank you very much. Give me 1 second. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. So let's keep on. Let's start. So let's see what has actually changed. So. All right, let's just do it like this. Let's revert this just for the use form thing. So let's discard the changes because it was maybe a bit too radical. So VS Code is still fucked up. So what I'm actually gonna do, because we can't really work like this. It's really shorty. Thank you very much, buddy. So so I can only assume that this is happening because we have some packages installed, right? Which are no longer supported by so what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to disable some of the packages. And then let's see. So Ubuntu, so let's disable this fella, this fella. Something's definitely messing it up. Microsoft is a great company. I mean, I have no grudge against Microsoft. I mean, this is free product after all, right? So unless you can point out a tool that's better than this and that it's written by someone else and it's also free, I'm all ears. So I wonder if it's prettier that it's broken, though. I wonder if it's prettier that it's broken. Actually, I'm gonna uninstall this one, shell format, prettier code formatter. I'm actually gonna uninstall this one and then reinstall it. And then this local thing, can I like... Take a look. It's such a bummer to start a stream like this. It's fucking annoying, man. Like not something I want to be fixing fucking VS Code, man. Are you serious? Are you kidding me, man? Really? Let's disable the Copilot. Let's uninstall this fella completely. No, it's not that. Okay, so let's reinstall prettier again. Let's reload. I don't fucking know what's happening, man. I mean, if I disable all the extensions, then I'm gonna be kind of crippled a bit, right? But I'm assuming, yeah, that's why I'm trying to just disable. Sako, my friend, good evening. Let's take a look. All right. Well, what I'm actually gonna do. I'll just remove it. I'll just remove it and I'll download a new one. Sako was so I had that cold. I've been swimming and then I still have very severe allergy, as you can see. So it's been very tough past couple of days, man. That's why I also haven't been streaming, and also that's why I'm gonna stream today, maybe for 2 hours, just because I also don't wanna lose my voice and stuff like that. But yeah, it's annoying, I can tell you for sure. Don't drop the database. Good evening, buddy. How's life? So yeah, so VS Code, it seems to be fucked up, without a doubt, right? You can see that unacceptable, man. Seriously, it's so bad when this stuff happens. Good evening, Complex, my friend. So yeah, so we're just running into a little. I don't know if it's happening to you guys as well. Yeah, but it seems that VS Code is kind of messed up. Cannot change. All right. So I disabled all extensions now. Okay, VSL I need. Windows Linux subsystem, obviously, right? So let's see. And I need prettier, right? So let's just imagine we need those two. Prettier, enable. All right. So it seems that they broke VS Code. It seems that their latest build is broken. And that kind of sucks. And even after disabling, let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, for me, something's definitely messed up. I can see that. I mean, I can't. So this formatter works, right? So let's disable prettier. So maybe prettier is broken. Let's do that. Yeah, so now it actually works. What the fuck? I don't know. All right, let's okay, let's just spend 2 more minutes. I'm sorry for this, but I can't, right? Like this stuff let me just enable the essential ones. The minimal ones needed. I mean, that's kind of what I use anyway, right? So jump to file guides. Yeah, guides I need. Path IntelliSense. No, I don't need it. I need the Postgres one for sure. I'm paying for that. Thunder client I need. To do plus I need. And that's pretty much what I need. All I need is that. I do not stream Unity, no. All right, well, now it kind of works, I guess. Is our Thunder client here? Where's my Postgres thing here? All right, well, good. Seems we're good again. It would be nice to get that background back in. Let me just see background. I wonder if it's... I think was it this one that I had working. I don't actually remember. Enable background, okay? All right, great. There we go. So now we're good. Now we're good. Okay, great. Great. I think we're... Let's just... Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. Good. Finally. Jesus Christ. Okay, 25 gold. Good evening, my friend. All right, great. So, what is this crap? Oh, it's the browser. Okay. So why did I... Okay, so let's just normalize the situation. Let's move this here. Beautiful. And shit. Okay. So yeah, so we've been basic. So yeah, so for those of you who weren't here, right? We've been he's a Twitch streamer over my dead body. Is there something kind of messed up here? Because at work I'm writing TypeScript and here I'm not. So maybe I didn't remove some types when I copy pasted this. Was this actually written in? What is this complaining about? Prettier. What prettier? I'm not using prettier, bro. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah. All right, so what do I want to do today? So what do we... Okay, so let's just make sure that we're back and running. And then actually, if I go back to GitHub, right, to Programmer Network GitHub, I think at one point in time, I started a repository that I wanted to, yeah, use AJV form, exactly. So I kind of want to get back to this. Yeah, at one point in time, I started building this as a library, right? And actually, did I start writing this in TypeScript? Yeah, I did. So yeah, actually, that's not too terrible. Yeah, I did. Okay, and then we'll add... Okay, so so let's do this today, right? I think it's time now that we kind of... Yeah, okay. So, fuck. So how would we even work with this is the question. Because I want to publish this repository. Give me a moment here. All right, let me do this and let's say what was this called? cd use AJV form. So let's kind of close this stuff up. Yeah, so actually, yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, so give me 2 seconds here. I'm just gonna do one thing because I wrote some of this code today also at work. So I'm gonna just share some of it because I wrote this AJV form anyway in the stream. That's cool. Give me a second. I'm looking at the other screen. Use form. Then I have the use form logic here. Use form itself. The hook itself, which is here. And then utils. Do I have the utils there? So we'll need utils. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Use form. Hooks. Did I get it? All of it here? Validation, index.js, AJV. Okay. Okay, cool. I'll get to you guys in a moment just to tell you what we're going to be doing and how this is going to look like. Okay, that's great. Get rid of that. Okay. All right, cool. So, okay. So essentially, right, what I want to do is, because that library doesn't exist, and maybe, you know, we always have to assume that it doesn't exist because nobody needs it, right? But what I want to do is basically just open source this use form that I wrote over time because I think it's a very useful hook that works hand to hand with AJV, right? So right, so yes, so essentially what I want to do, because of this project and also because of myself, because I'm also using this hook at the dream data because it's awesome, because I'm so smart and I wrote it so awesomely. I also want to make sure that this actually does become a library. And okay, okay, and then, so why do I have this like this is the question. Why do I have hooks here? That's a bit strange. So let's just reorganize this quickly. Source, so I'm gonna move this there. Ah, we actually have an index there already. Okay, so let's kind of nuke this here. Yeah, so we're gonna, in the source, we're gonna have the index ts, which is gonna be the entry point, entry to the, and then we're gonna have, in the utils, we can move the const to utils, and then we can nuke this thing, this folder. So now we have utils in the source and the index, which is the entry point. And then we have those types, which we can either move it to definition files, right, to DTS definition, or we can just move it to utils somewhere and then export them, right? I don't wanna keep them here. So since we have the constant files here anyway, right? Or we can just say types.ts, right? And then we can do this, and then we can just export them, right? Or if we would put them in the definition files, then we can globally access them in the project. Then we can avoid the annoying imports, right? But I don't actually care, to be honest with you. And where were we using those types? So we'll validate result, right? Yeah. So let's import that type. Then we have interface value of what. That actually shouldn't, in my opinion, even be an export. And it doesn't actually seem that we're using it anyway. Are we? Ah, we have iState here. Okay. Then we have a Dana. Okay, sure. So let's import the iState as well. It's very, TypeScript is very simple, right? I mean, maybe if you're not familiar with generics and some concepts, then yeah, maybe that's something you should read about, but there's nothing complicated about it, right? Yes, this syntax is not pretty, right? But it's fairly simple, right? You got it. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. So you gotta right. There are many ways to solve those things. This is a matter of so let me tell you why your solution is both good and bad. So let me just try to elaborate. So there are really truly only two ways to organize any code when it comes to files and modules and types. There's only truly two real ways that people do it. So people either do it in a flat way, so you have flat structure of folders, so you have controllers, you have the types file or types folder, and then you have the flat directories, and then you have the contextual way to do it. So you encapsulate things together. So the thing is, and I'm the guy that encapsulates things rather than puts them flat. I don't want to group things. I don't want to, for example, in this case, types. I don't want to have types file where there's 600 different types which are not related to each other. Because then when I'm writing code, now I have to go into this enormous sized file to find something I want. So the thing is, you can structure things in any way you like, whatever works for you, but it's way easier when you treat things as singular resources, when you encapsulate them, right? Well, it's a team decision, right? It's a decision made by the team, right? And of course, I mean, the thing is, right? Well, the thing is, right? Again, I don't want to be too liberal in this case, right? You cannot leave everything up to an opinion. I mean, because I feel that you're trying to say is like, well, you know, anyone can make this decision, right? Well, sometimes, yes, true. You know, you can do whatever you want, but the matter of fact is, what is actually easier to reason about? How do you work, right? So I assume when you're making changes to your code, you're making one change at a time. You're working on a single feature at a given time. So if that feature is encapsulated in its own place, then you know where to find things, versus now you need to go to some flat structured files or folders, right? So I don't think it's honestly even a matter of opinion. It's a matter of, I do think that encapsulating things is the more correct way. Now, of course, am I a bit biased because that's how I write code? Probably, right? But I'm not sure what you mean, does Fastify... I'm not sure what you mean, does Fastify rely on AWS? AWS is a hosting service. Fastify is a nodejs framework, so they're not related in any way. Okay, so I need to focus a bit on this. I'm very sorry. So let's see. So we're going to be missing some types here, and that's okay. I don't actually care about types at all. This JS doc also is slightly redundant. Think about it this way. Just look. Let me just to elaborate what I mean. Imagine this. Imagine that this is your software, right? Imagine imagine this thing is your software, right? This yellow box is your whole software, right? And then this is a feature. This is feature X. So let's say this is feature X, right? It can be anything. It can be components, API resource, utility resource, whatever. It's something, right? So how can you structure this feature? Well, you have two ways. You can have a flat structure, and that's what many people do, which I think is wrong. Like, I don't know, imagine you have components. And then inside of this components, you have all the components. And then you have, you have your API. So you have, let's say, controllers, and you have all your controllers. So feature X dot controller, feature Y dot controller, right? Feature N, you get it, right? Then you have your models, your tables. Then you have tables, whatever, folder. And then inside of there, you get the idea. Table X model, table Y model, right? And then table N model, right? Right. So now you're saying, okay, today I'm working on a feature, users feature, right? I need to change the table. Now you need to go into this folder, tables, and find next to 73 other tables, your table is there. You want to change some logic in your controller, you go to controllers folder. So the feature itself is very disconnected. It's very disconnected, right? When you encapsulate things in a singular directory, like in this context here, you basically have, let's imagine this thing over here. Well, over here you would basically have, this would be called, I don't know, users resource. And then inside of here you would have users.controller, users.model, users.whatever, right? This enables you with this encapsulation, right, to always think about a singular thing. I need to change something related to the users. Well, it's there. It's in the users resource, right? Well, components is more of the front end, right? Non-compila. Good evening, buddy. Thank you very much for the raid. I'm not a fancy streamer, so I don't know what to do to that. But I think actually I learned. What was it? What do you do when someone raids you? There was that command. I announce, clear. What was it? Mode. Pray. No, someone tell me. I don't actually fucking know. I don't watch Twitch. What do you do when someone raids you? There's that command you run, like the polite fuck you, okay? Announce. No, I don't remember. There was some dance naked. Well, okay, fuck you guys. All right, and let me go back to coding. All right, so shut up. All right, do squats, assholes. I asked a serious question and they're all just shitting on me. Fucking bastards. All right, so going back to this, right? So the main question now. The main question here, right? The main question here is going to be like, I do want to turn this into a library, right? So you guys can also use it. The question is though, fuck, do I want to do that now or off stream? Because like the main question now is how do we test this hook, right? In this context itself, right? Hey Alex, why you don't raid anyone? I mean, honestly, man, I don't care. That's why. I mean, no offense to anyone, right? I don't have the time for that, right? I mean, I barely have time to stream, so I just don't have the time. And I don't even know what that does, right? So, yeah. I don't even know what that does. I don't know what /shield is. I don't know. What is /shield? All right, so let's leave this for now. I'll need to do this off stream, mainly because I need to figure out how do we test this? Because we need to be in a React environment, right? So let's not do this exactly thing now. So let's get back to actually here. So let's, yeah. Let me just actually open the API as well. API. Let's get over here. Don't drop the database. See you, my friend. Thank you very much for passing by, man. Appreciate it. So let's go back to this repo that we recently made. this thing. And so one thing I basically did at work today is I realized with the help of my colleague, or to say he brought me to realization, right, that we don't have any default error messages set in the project, right? So whenever we have min length, for example, we set the same error message for that type. And then what I did, I basically wrote little logic at work to solve that basically too. And that's, so I'm actually gonna just try to copy that now, or to say what I wrote today. So give me just 2 seconds. So utils, where did I write that? Get field name, get error message, process AGV errors, exactly. So I'm just gonna actually go back. And that is very front-end related, basically. That is very, very front-end related. So and let me actually just also kind of get rid of this stuff. Yeah, but because this is the stuff that I actually need. And that's why I don't know if I should spend time on this, simply because I already have this done and it's working. I don't know if I should be doing it again. And let's see here, what is the difference? Is valid. Process AGV errors. I see. So, okay. So this is not localized to the directory there. So that's the problem. Okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks ass. All right. Well, okay. So, yeah. All right. So let's actually do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. I don't care. So let's do it. Let's do it. So use form. I'm going to get rid of the types again. Going to get rid of that. Going to get rid of that and this. Partial t, I'm also going to get rid of that and this fella over here. Is it still complaining? Yeah, it's still failing somewhere. Sure. AJV, let's import that fella. So it seems to be actually compiling now, but compiling. That's actually not what I want at all. Okay, I see. All right, good. Then we can get rid of this. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, VSA. It wouldn't be possible otherwise. So the only thing, so the formatter, unfortunately, is wrong, right? That's the problem. And there's some sort of disparity between formatters. So wait a minute. Yeah, the VS Code, the latest thing just messed everything up. The latest release they did. All right, well, that seems to be working. Now, of course, since some of the interface here has been changed, I think this is slightly going to mess up the project, and it should, I suppose. Let's see. Waiting for localhost. Still waiting for localhost. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah, but if we go actually here, this should now, actually it's not failing, but I expect it not to work. Exactly, so props on change is not a function. Exactly, sure. Okay, and then we're gonna see that in a moment, so we're gonna fix that. So let's go to, let's say, new article. Let's say, what am I actually passing? On change form set form state. Okay. And I believe I have the difference maker. Good evening, buddy. Because I've renamed this to set state. So essentially, let's form that. Let's actually search for all of the occurrences of this. And then let's just replace them with set state. Sure. So that should do at least a partial fix. Let's see now what's happening. Okay. Sure. Let's see what else did we actually change. Good evening. Okay, the next thing is validate. Okay, and I believe I have is valid. Exactly. So we need to... So those are kind of the interfaces I changed over time in one of the other projects where I'm using this. So we're going to say form.validate. And then we're going to replace that as well. Bunch of stuff though. And okay, so we got it working back again, right? Let's try to use some special characters just to see if it's gonna like that or not. Okay, good. So we're back kind of to a working state. What else did we potentially change? And yeah, we did mess up one thing though now, and that's, I think we removed the required thing. So there was kind of a slight disparity between those two things because, so I think only thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get initial state. I'm actually gonna go to get initial state. I'm actually going to add required here and then, yep. Let's see if that actually is going to work or not. It doesn't like that. Let's see why. Schema required. Okay, because the get initial state there is actually getting the schema, but not the new one, I suppose. Yeah. So actually I'm going to get initial state. Yeah. Let's give it schema as well. I don't think much about it, right? Because I more or less almost work on this alone. So at my work, it's a different thing when you work in a team. In this project, I do this with a very limited amount of time. I do not use GitHub Desktop, no. I use the command line, yes. Or VS Code, depending what I'm doing. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so if we go now to the constants. So here we have the default messages, right? So let's take a look at something. So let's go to new article again. Let's go to the schema over here. Let's see actually if this works. So let's go to the schema. And here we have max length and min length. What happens for the title if I don't actually provide the error? Is it going to use the default one or not? Let's see. Should be at least 25 characters long, right? And that's actually coming from here. So we have this default AJV should be at least 25 characters long, and that's actually what I wanted to do. With that said, I'm actually going to go and remove all of the custom error messages that we have for those things, because now we have centralized that. So min at least one tag is required. Min items, max items. So so we probably want to also add min items and max items there. We'll see. Okay, great. Okay, so let's search for min length in the whole project and max length, and we're going to remove all of that. So we're going to save a lot of stuff. So you see, we're going to save a lot of space. Max length. We can actually leave that there. I like that. So we'll leave that there as well, because we haven't actually covered that yet. Min items we can get rid of. First name, min length. Format, okay. So that, I guess, we have to leave. That we can also, I guess, leave. Can you explain the difference? I don't think I actually can. I mean, the difference is the library itself, right? So there's billions of libraries and there's millions of different ways to do the same thing, right? AJV is the fastest validation library out there, and I'm using it with Fastify, so I'm using it in isomorphic way. So I use it in both ends, which means I have isomorphic repository where I share the same validation in both backend and the front end, right? So that's why I'm using it, right? That's a huge win for this project, right? So that is the win for Programmer Network, right? Is the fact that I have this library here where I'm going to push, you know, every time I change any validation, I create a custom validation keywords, custom validators and stuff. I can reuse them in both ends, right? So yeah, it's really like it's really part of a grand schema of things, right? So I'm building everything I'm building is a system of things, right? I never build singular things. Right? Every time I'm building anything in this project or any project, I think, how does it fit the rest of the subsystems of this project, right? So this use form hook, I wrote it because it's also utilizing my AJV schema. So all of it is basically built in a connected way, right? Because now with my use form, I'm also using the same validation. My forms are getting all the error states. So this is how my inputs look like, right? So it's all It's all a big system composed of small ideas, of small subsystems, right? So that's why I'm building those things myself, because I have full control over them. I don't need to depend on some third-party library that's built to solve all the problems, right? I don't need a hook to solve all the problems. I need the hook to solve my problems of this project, right? And that is the difference. I build things that solve my problems. And libraries in general, they try to solve broad range of issues, right? And I don't have those issues. So that is the difference. Okay. So let's see what's actually happening now, because I think there's another interface or something that we've changed. Because, yeah, so I'm pretty sure that there is. Let's see. Let me just also search again. Is valid? No, so actually that's fine. So the form is actually valid, right? So let's see what's actually happening. If we go to feed, then we go to the thoughts tab, then we go to this fella over here. Yeah, so that's all correct. Are we actually calling the API or anything? No. Are we actually passing this point here? So we actually are. Okay, interesting. Ah, maybe because of the form data. I think I've removed that in this recent. Yeah. There's no more. It's state now. Shit. Exactly. Okay. So we'll need to globally update that as well. Let's take a look. Okay. Just print that instead. Form state content value. Exactly. Fuck. Yeah. So we need to just update those places now where we actually, because the used form is pretty much used everywhere, right? What the fuck is happening, man? Ah, it's because of this thing, right? Let's try that again. All right, so that's kind of fixed, I suppose. Yeah, that still kind of works. All right, good. So let's search globally for form data. What was it? Form data, right? Yeah. Fuck. $39 ago. Nice. Awesome. I will not update now. I'll update after the stream. Thank you very much, Jace. So actually, the shitty thing about the form data is because I think it was a good idea when I implemented. So I think actually we do need form data. I actually do want to have the form data still, because it does help. It does help the cause that when I initially implemented this. So actually, I will have the form data. So I will actually implement it back. In fact. Actually, where was this defined before? So let's just define it here for a second, just so we can make sure that it still works, and then we're gonna move it to the utils. We still have the actual state. Am I still calling? No, I'm calling it local state. Okay. It's gonna take local state. And then technically here, this change should no longer be necessary, because I should still have the form data here. And form data object in this hook, when I actually initially implemented it, was just a way to turn this kind of more complicated object state into just a single object with key value pairs, right? So actually, yeah, it seems, it seems to be fine. It seems to be fine again, I think. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, great. So that's actually good. So I have external errors here, so that's good. I still have that. That's okay. Okay, great. So that's actually fine, I guess. Now, sorry, thank you very much, buddy. I'm happy that you're still enjoying the stream, man. Thank you also for the little tip, but I'm more happy that you're still finding it useful. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. JC, thank you very much as well. Have a good night. Sleep well, or have a great day. Whatever the time there is. Okay, so actually, this is a huge thing. This is a huge thing. Some of you might not know that, but it's a huge thing, because now we actually have the default errors, which is awesome. Now we have actually this little thing is gonna save us hundreds of lines of code, literally, because we no longer, and that's kind of the sad thing about AJV in general as a library. It doesn't come in any way where you can pass a dictionary or something to actually set some default error messages. So that's why I kind of had to do this. So we can actually have some defaults, right? And I mean, we can do this in the API as well. It's just it's going to be slightly different because this is mainly how the UI is going to show the error messages. What am I doing in the clear state? Value, get null value. Okay. So that's really, really awesome. Let me actually go to this guy. Finally, it's ChatGPT today. Exactly. All right, so that's perfectly fine. Now we can actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something very similar that I did for the other thing. Where was this? Let's go to constants, right? So I'm just gonna do something like this. I'm gonna say if data dot items dot if data dot limit is 1, then here we can say return should have at least 1 item. And then we're gonna do the same. Well, this is actually fine, right? All right, cool. Now we can clean up a bunch of those error messages. Oh, actually, I need to read the message you wrote about that interview. I'm actually curious to hear how did that go. That's actually strange. Super strange. Okay, we're gonna leave that there, sure. Okay, that's good. If we go to the API now and say min items, for example, right? Or whatever, or search for error message. Do we have the error messages here? Yeah, we do. We don't really have too many, right? But we'll still do the same for the API. And then we're gonna move all the schemas to that isomorphic library we wrote, or that little repository, let's not call it a library. And then I think we're gonna be done with this. I don't wanna be thinking about validation ever again in this project. So much time, but I think very, very important invested time. Sortable list. Let me actually go now over here and see if that actually works. Should have at least 1 item. So you can see kind of that the global errors actually do work. Must not have fewer than, yeah, that's kind of fucked up now. Let's actually see what's happening. So new article schema. Let's tag the schema. That's actually strange. That's not good. Title. Min length title. Must not. Yeah, that actually didn't work. Did it? Type string properties. Min length. Max length. Yeah. Should not have more than. That's actually super strange. Okay. Yeah, I can see that it actually gets overwritten by something. Is it because of the custom keyword I have here? Let me just try. No, so actually AJ, fuck. Give me a moment here. Where is that? Where is our use form? Let's get over here. Yeah, so for whatever reason, yeah, something happens. I don't think I'll be able to fix that now, but yeah, something actually overrides it. That's quite funny. Yeah, okay. Sullivan, my friend. Okay, man, not I guess fine, I would say. What about yourself, man? Nice, man. How's the new job? How is it going? So yeah, so that actually isn't kind of working properly. That's super strange, okay? Very interesting. Process AJV errors. Yeah, I mean, just give it time, man. Just give it time, and it's gonna be great. And try to soak in other things than just the tech stuff, right? Learn about the product and all of that stuff, right? Yeah, it's gonna come. Enjoy it while you don't have them. Enjoy it while you don't have them, man. Yeah, so we'll need to figure that out. But suddenly, like I almost feel like it just stopped working a minute ago. Like should have at least the volume on constraint text string was entirely what. Yeah. Super strange. Yeah, man. I mean, you will. Again, you will. Don't worry much about it. You will for sure. Abel, good evening, buddy. How's life? Interesting. Nice. So many young people here. I feel so old. I'm literally half your double your age. You guys are all 17, 18, and I'm 35 almost. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. A lot of young folks watching Twitch. I see. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. So why is this happening? Yeah, I mean we're not there yet. I haven't for sure Sullivan. That feature is not yet released. Like I just released it so you can kind of play with it, but for sure. I mean I haven't done that work yet. I'm now just doing the overall. This is JavaScript. All of this is JavaScript right now. Add custom messages. So something there is messed up because I can see this error that we get at the end. Instance path title must not have fewer. Let me just review this stuff. Set errors. Validate. Process AJB errors. Yeah, I don't wait, so we don't mutate anything, so that's good. Set local state. Set errors. Also fine. Then we get the errors here. We furthermore reduce them. We get the value here. So all of that seems kind of fine. Yes, yeah, so this gets called twice, I believe. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Let me just do one thing quickly here. Yeah. So this was the issue. The calling this messed it up. So calling this fella messed it up. So I guess we need to do this on change or something, right? Validate. It used to be a private member. That's how you generally in languages like JavaScript. I mean, JavaScript today has private members like class members, but before it had some. You would, prefix things with underscore to indicate that it's a private method or a member or whatever. But that's no longer relevant in this case. That's an old stuff. Let's just move this over here. So we're gonna actually do this. why is it not? Ah, because we're not exporting it, right? Okay. Hello, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Content. So why is the content only now shown? And yeah, we'll fix this. So let's just make sure. So if I go to new article. So why are form state title required? So it doesn't seem that the required thing actually works anymore. And then I suppose that's because, yeah, we forgot to put it back, right? Didn't we? So let's kind of fix that as well, because we did a lot of some name array required. Yeah, so here it is. So let's get over here. And yeah, so blah, 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 blah. Nah, not there. Not there at all, actually. We want to put this inside of set state. We actually don't want to put this inside of set state at all. We want to put this in get initial state. Yes. Actually, so we already have it here. Okay, interesting. So why is it actually then not shown? Ah, because we're not passing the schema. That's why. So let's just do a single call of this so we don't call it twice. Oops. Something like that, right? All right, so for the most part, this should be fine. Ah, shit. Let's do it like this. Okay, and let's just fix one more thing. So the problem is now in here. Got the new bike today. My old bike breaks. We're gonna buy that and had many issues about 1 hour. Amazing, man. I'm biking every single day, so it's shit. 100%, man. So yeah, so we have that required state that's getting messed up whenever we set the state, and that's because of this thing here as well, right? So technically, I mean, we can obviously fix it like this, but it's a lazy fix, right? Because yeah, actually now it's completely messed up because it's missing the schema here. The set state, it's missing the schema, right? Okay, I see. I think what we actually want to do here, so what do we have? We have the form, we have object keys form. What are we actually doing here? Let me see, I don't remember. So set state, we have the form, which is going to be the actual input, not the form. Let's not call this form, right? Let's call this. Okay, it's fine. So this is gonna get some inputs, but we're not really. And then we're merging. Ah, I see. I see. Set local state should merge. Yeah, so that's actually fine. Set local states. So yeah, we shouldn't actually need. Yeah, this feels wrong that we need to do that there, right? Set errors. Then we have the local state over here as a default state for this reduce, right? So we would definitely want to do that, right? At least for the errors. So if there's an error, the required field shouldn't disappear, right? So this thing should. Okay, so that's good. And I suppose then we have to pretty much do the same for set state, right? So we want to do name. Right, and that should fix it, I think. Yeah, exactly. So we can still see the star here. Okay, great. So that was actually broken. That kind of sucks. I see. Okay, great, good. A lot of kind of little details. So it's yeah. But yeah, this is kind of new, and I really like that a lot. So we did a lot of stuff on that. I think we removed a bunch of code as well, which is good. But we made a lot of changes as well, which is never good. But hopefully... Yeah, I mean, here in Copenhagen, bike is #1, right? So it's all about just biking, right? So here it's really all about the bike. Abel, thank you very much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. And I think the only thing we're also kind of missing in this thing is the dirty state in this hook. I think it would be nice to actually have it. It would basically have another effect. Well, actually, we're missing 3 things, basically. So this should be dirty state. Exactly, yes. And then use effects. This should be handling on focus or whatever. Yes, that's how I comment my code. Yes, for the most part. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, let's try to get a help from ChatGPT quickly. Given my custom hook, can you implement dirty state checking? Just so we can do speed it up a bit. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, at my work, I use I don't I just gave my screens to my team. I just use my MacBook Pro laptop, right? So you don't really need a screen. You just need to be good with. You see Windows management that I have here, right? I can switch between virtual desktops, you know, with one mouse click, right? So it's also getting give me one moment here. Set form data, set local state. What did it ask? Set dirty true. That's not what I want. When the form loads, it will load with some initial data. When that data changes, I'd like to set the form to dirty. If user changes that input back to the old one, should be set to false. Yeah, absolutely. Don't take me wrong. You're 100% right that having multiple screens is helpful for sure. This is also a stupid suggestion by ChatGPT, but it's okay. Yeah, we can try this, but it's not the greatest implementation. It is. This is the version 4. Yeah, it's just the thing is, yeah, I'll tell you why this is not too great of an example, but let's implement it. Oops. The thing is, I mean, what ChatGPT doesn't know that stringifying things like this doesn't always guarantee that the object is going to be stringified in the same order, right? So that the properties are going to be in the same order. So just because you stringify two objects like this doesn't mean that, right? But it doesn't matter. We'll see. I think he's just trolling you. You remember that, you remember, man, that I by accident right-clicked you and banned you. So there's a possibility he's just trolling the living hell out of you right now. I don't know. Why don't you use TypeScript exactly? Jesus fucking Christ. If I hear that question again. Oh, why I don't use TypeScript? Is that the question? All right, okay, give me a second. New state is not defined. Give me 2 seconds, okay? Give me just a moment. Give me a moment here, okay? true false. I mean, all my libraries are written in TypeScript, so there you go. If you go check my GitHub, some of them are like 10 years old, right? So there you go. You can spend your points instantly. Okay, well, okay, so this is, so what this guy suggested actually is not, as I said, correct. And this is not done this way. So ChatGPT is slightly drunk, but it's okay. Set dirty. So it's okay. So where is it? So set dirty state is dirty. Yeah. So is dirty, set is dirty, right? Okay, so let's implement it properly, right? So what we indeed need is, we need the actual initial state, which is the object. So what will we need? Let me actually think about it for a moment. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Let's play a bit with it. This should be super simple to implement. I'm just a bit tired, I must admit. It's been a long day plus this allergy, but it should be fine. No excuses. Excuses are for the weak. Okay, so we have local state and we have initial state. Let's print both. And I'm going to read the question in a moment. So that's good. That's great. That's great. Okay, that's actually great. Okay, good. And we'll obviously want this, right? Yes. Okay, great. So let's do that instead. Okay, that's perfect. So now we change something, and now we should see some differences, right? Title here is this. Oh, right. So that's also correct. Sullivan is getting trolled now. Okay. So that's also great, right? Now, so how do we do this so it's not too expensive, right? Because obviously we can implement this and it's going to be super simple. But actually, it's not going to be expensive, I guess, performance-wise, because in a way, I mean, how many inputs does the form has, right? Either way, what we want to do is we want to obviously then convert those things into this form data that we have, right? So essentially, pretty much we have this concept of a form data that we set somewhere over here, right? So we could, in fact, compare the form data. So what we actually could do here instead of local state, we could say, where is it? Yeah, we can say form data here, right? And then here, this initial state, we could, where is it? Initial state. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. I think I have an idea. So pretty much what we're gonna do, actually, we're gonna say form to key. And then we're going to say initial here. All right, cool. So what the hell with hostility? What is going on? Okay. So, okay, almost, right? What did we, yeah, local state. So this will be forgot here. So this should be form data, right? Oh my God, spammers. All right, so let's see. So yeah, now we actually have some plain objects here, right? So now we could stringify those two, right? So next thing here, I mean, those references are kind of useless, right? But here we could say JSON.stringify this, and then JSON stringify this as well. And this would kind of give us two strings to compare. So we could actually say something like this now. Let's say const, let's say string1. Oops, string1 is this, right? We can say const string2 is that, right? And then we can say if string1 is equal to string2, then the state is not dirty. So set dirty, set is dirty, false, else, or we can just return whatever. So we return. Otherwise, we say set dirty true. So let's also print this fella over here. I don't know how do I make you VIP. Actually, I do want to make few of you VIP. Give me 1 second. Let me actually do that. Give me a moment. That's a good point. Settings. Channel. Moderation, maybe? No. Where the fuck do I do that, man? Community, maybe. Yeah, role manager. Exactly. Nice logs. Which logs? Which one, for fuck's sake? Chica. Let me actually use those fucking Twitch features, man. I've been streaming for a few months now. I have no fucking clue about how this platform works. It's pretty sad. Jace as well. Oh yeah, for sure. How do I spell her name? Where is she? You guys have been spamming like fucking idiots. Let me find her. Jace. Yeah. Definitely. Give me a second, then let's keep on coding. No, I didn't. You are VIP, aren't you? I don't even know what the fuck this crap is. Like, and if you guys care, if it makes you feel that you're smarter than you are, there you go. I don't think that any of you are here are actually smart. Because if you're actually truly smart, you wouldn't be watching my stream. So you guys are actually probably below average. Oh man, shut the fuck up. I mean, definitely not too smart. Literally, like, so many things you can do in life and you end up watching me. I mean, oh my fucking god, man. Unbelievable. So take your VIPs. Yeah, if it's making you feel better, there you go. There you go, man. Shut the fuck up. There you go. You're now VIP. You are officially smarter than you think you are. I don't know if I forgot someone. Fucking idiots, man. Like, is there like an idiot role that I can make, and then I'll make you all idiots? No. I didn't forget you, bro. Now you're all VIPs. Oh, look at the logs. Beautiful. Beautiful. So nice. So beautiful. Ooh. Look at this. Good evening, Pyro. Yeah, I mean, most of my viewers, Pyro, are pretty average or below average IQ. So no worries. Like, don't worry. Like, most of those guys are kind of not very smart, right? But that's how it is, right? It's okay. This stream is literally made for people who, you know, struggle a bit with intelligence. That's how it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually very special in this room. I'm the smartest person actually here. String, okay. Sheet. Not, okay, so it works, right? You can kind of see. So if strings are the same, it's not dirty. Otherwise, let's just say here. Dirty. All right, wait, so no, this is not actually accurate. Give me 2 seconds. I was born in the 80s, man. I'm not a baby like you guys. Fucking babies. I'm literally like a dinosaur. I'm so old and fucking frustrated. You can see how mad I am, right? This is approximately when you're around, when you get into your 30s, you kind of start becoming depressed and mad at everybody. I'm like almost 30. I'm 34 now. So in like 6 years, I'm gonna be this grumpy guy. It's like, why is the planet, you know, spinning in such a way? Why is it not going in an opposite direction? What the fuck, man? So young, so young, so young, man. You're so young. I don't know how you even live this world, man. So young. Ah. let's grow old together. 100%. 100%. I see what's happening. Okay, give me a second. 18, fucking baby, man. Leo is a baby as well. Babies. Unacceptable. How can you be so young? That's unacceptable. Talk to your parents right away. Absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable, man. How can you, like... I don't get it, man. I have 18 in prison. That's a good one. I mean, age is a stupid number, right? I met people who are 50, who are immature, like they're 6. I met fellas who are 18, 17, who are very mature, right? So it's not about how old you are, it's about how you spend your years, you know. So you have those gamers, you know, you go to a fucking gaming stream, the guy is like 47 years old and he's talking in emojis, right? It's like, what form of opinion I can base around it? It's like, guy is like 47 and he's like, you know. So what the fuck, dude, right? It's like, Ruffle, Mao, Lemao, whatever. Oh, come on, dude. Jesus fucking Christ, grow up, man. You're like 50 years old. Just grow the fuck up, man. Oh my fucking god, man. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's very true. I'm actually very much paid. I'm very, very well paid here in Twitch, you know. I make like $30 a month. Very good money. With that money, I could literally fuck myself. Literally. With that money, I can do nothing in my life. Nothing. That's how much I earn here. You guys are very generous. Like, I can use that money to buy a lot of napkins and cry. Just wipe my tears, probably for at least 1 week. 1 or 2 weeks, I can easily wipe my tears for that money. It's great. It's a great time investment I'm putting in here. Very good. I'm clearly financially very smart. Because this makes complete sense. Definitely. So I think we are kinda there almost. Illuminati. Abdil, thank you very much, man, as well. Have fun. Enjoy yourself, man. I'll see you tomorrow. So this is kind of almost there. So let's see what are we fucking up with. So we have 2 strings. We convert them into the key value pairs. We stringify them. That's all fine. So we are kind of there almost. Leo, man, good night, dude. I'm gonna leave in like a few minutes as well. And I'll need to install that new release of VS Code. All right, actually, you know what? Let's round up. You know why? Because I'm a little bit distracted by you guys because the chat is amazing tonight. But I'm also having this allergy still, so I think it would probably be better if I just round up. I mean, I haven't been going to work the start of what was it, last week for a few days, and you can see that I'm coughing like an idiot. So let's round up as well, and then I might finish this off stream. read my message. Which message, Leo? Send it to me, please. Send it to me on Discord or something. Absolutely, if you can. So guys, thank you very much for being around. It's fun, man. Shut the fuck up, please, dude. Come to my streams more often. Don't be a piece of shit, man. Okay? Just don't be. Just be. You know. Just be a regular troll. You know. Don't be a nice one. Okay? So come to my stream, man. I miss when you're around. You always bring chaos. Okay? So don't be a you know. And I'm gonna go. Good night, everybody. You guys are now, I have increased your IQ by around 2 points, so you're not completely dumb anymore, so it's great. Chica, I think you should, man. I think you should sub, absolutely, 100%. But that's not gonna increase your IQ, man. You're still gonna be, you know, below average. That's what it is. 25 gold, Leo. Man, shut the fuck up. Thank you guys for making this fun. I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves. Peace out.